in a broken wasteland. Come to my fire.
What's going on, metalheads? Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Metal Forge. My name is Mark Jackson, and I am your host. If you look right over to the side over here, hey, and I got it right this time on the pointing to the camera. I just got to point to my wall over here. We have the dudes from Blind Oath, Eric and Jacob. What is going on, gentlemen?
Hey, hello.
Dudes, it's fucking like, here we are at the beginning of March already. I don't know what to fucking make of this year. It has been fucking crazy. And yeah, smoke them if you got them. I didn't tell you this prior to going in. I cuss like a sailor on the show, so it's not going to get on any kind of radio station. So if you curse, that's fine. We like it here.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Exactly, because metal has no rules. Dude, seriously, what's going on? How are y'all doing?
Good, man. We're flying high off the release of that new song.
Hell yeah. So
recently did a tuned down set at a local record store called Screaming Earth Records. They put all in their social media and stuff. So it's kind of a tuned down set. They asked us to do an acoustic set, but we just tuned down a little bit. Did some whispery growling.
So let me ask you about that, because that's been a thing I've always wanted to do here in Louisville. I've always wanted to do like a quarterly like unplugged series. Now, where it would be like metal bands playing like acoustic sets, or or really low key sets that are just more artistic in delivery. Now, is that something that you all could rightly do? Do you all write on acoustic and then transpose, or do you all just write on electric and go for it?
No, we're all electric.
Yeah. I feel like we were talking about doing an actual acoustic set for that record store show, but it felt like Metal Ageless when they play the grandpa guitars, and they're like guitars, and it just sounds like crap.
Yeah.
I get it, because there's not the blanket of effects that are there, and so on and so forth. And it does strip it down a lot. There's something about it that adds another layer of vulnerability to playing music, I think.
Yeah, we the tuned down one was pretty cool. We just had these small practice amps and turned everything down really low, and Stu played with these soft sticks, and ended up sounding pretty good just for the for our tiny little amps, that tiny little shop.
Yeah, we had surprisingly a lot of fun with it. It was
a blast.
It was actually a blast. Yeah, it was really fun doing that.
The interesting thing is that's how the Metal Forge started. It was originally supposed to be when it was at the radio station, before we were kicked off the air for cursing. No, I'm kidding. No. So when we were at the radio station, we had live bands come in, and they would play the Roland cocktail kit, where it has like the mesh heads, and it's like the practice kit, but you can actually run it through a PA and make it an electric kit. So they would come in and they would play acoustic, and nobody liked it. Nobody wanted to do it. So it's like, all right, fine, fuck it. Let's go electric then. Let's do it. And yeah, so then we got the ball rolling, and then here we are today. But yeah, like I said, it adds another complete vulnerability to playing music. So props to you all for doing it, because it takes a lot to get out there. You did say the practice amps though, and I quote the practice amps because in this day and age, is it really a practice amp? Do you all? I mean, is everybody still bringing the fucking 812s to the fucking to the show? I mean, you're playing on full stacks and the fucking refrigerator bass cabs. I mean, are we doing that still?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a 215 and a 700 watt amp that's just like insane. It's too big, but I love it.
Sure.
And then
No, I
um,
totally get that. But like, I mean, in this day and age, like, I mean, we all love an SVT. Okay. I totally get it. I'm a bass player. I totally get it. But like, class 5, man, like, can we go with the 8-pound amp and through the PA? Does it hurt that much?
well, I guess it depends on the sound guy at that point. You know, if I can at least if I can hear it, then that's great. Then I don't I don't need the big thing, but most
But it's always a matter of being able to hear it. I totally get what you're saying. Yeah. There's a I play on, on like a little Rumble 40 with Ice Owl, and it screams,
yeah.
and I appreciate it for being like a little 12-inch speaker. Uh, you know, uh, yeah, I get it. But anyway, that now you see where I say that this is a conversation based podcast, and whatever we bring up, we get out in the weeds on. So what does obviously we're at the beginning of March. At the end of March, you all are playing at 2 minutes to Tulsa. And what else do you all have going on? Let's talk about that.
In March, that's pretty much it. We have in March. We kind of don't do anything so that we do like a weird hibernation thing so that people are more likely to come out and
Understandable.
support the fest, you know, because Horton means a lot to us and this means a lot to him. So it's the least we can do.
For sure. Now, when you're asked to play the fest and everything, I mean, what was the initial thought of being like? Because this fest has been up and coming for the last couple of years. It's had some pretty cool lineups,
Yeah.
and over the previous few, and so this is obviously no different.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, we're really stoked to like Lizzie Borden on this one.
Yeah.
mhm.
Midnight's coming. Oh my God. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it's cool being from Tulsa and getting all of these bands that are from, all over the country or from overseas to come play Tulsa because, there's been droughts of metal here before where we don't get a lot of stuff sometimes, and a lot of bands will skip over Tulsa, for their tours and stuff and play Texas or play, surrounding states and stuff. But
No, I totally get that.
yeah, it's really cool having these
Louisville has a drought like that. Louisville dries up like that because Louisville is in a 2-hour bubble where from Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Evansville, they're all 2 hours away from us. And Nashville is 3 hours away. St. Louis is 4, Chicago's 5, Detroit 6. So like in that circle, we get kind of left out a lot. When we don't have a lot of shows come through. We do, but not like, take like Metallica, for example. Their record is like once every like 7 years.
Yeah.
So
we get skipped over a lot for Oklahoma City because people are like going through Oklahoma and they think, well, since it's the capital, it must be the spot. But Oklahoma City's metal scene is kind of trash. And
right.
like here, it's called Tulsa Rock City for a reason. We fucking party. And whenever bands come through here, 9 out of 10 times they're saying, holy shit, I didn't know Tulsa fucking went so hard. I can't wait to come back.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, like Tulsa has always went hard because I'm a wrestling fan. And like going back into the day with like Bill Watts and Jim Crockett Promotions and Dallas, the like the Von Erichs and shit like that. they would run up into Tulsa and Oak City and shit. And they always talked about the fucking crowds up in Tulsa being like riotous in wrestling. Like you listen to like Jim Cornette talk about it, it's insane. So I gotta go. And I gotta see like I've seen like, you know, over the last few years, you all have got some really cool tours coming in, like Haunt, for example, has been there a slew of times, quite a few times in the last few years. And it almost feels like, you know, it's Tulsa is becoming that Midwest spot that where a lot of people are hitting when they're in the tour trajectory coming from the West Coast. You know, you've got like Portland and Salt Lake City and Denver and Tulsa and Houston, and you know, you've got that dot coming down the map, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, just try to keep them from making the mistake of doing Oklahoma City. Like Bewitcher came through, and I was so stoked, and like we have, you know, they have a bunch of fans here in town, and we played with them at this spot in OKC, and we were all playing to the bands pretty much.
Yeah, it was dead at that show.
Yeah.
Wow. See, and I'm waiting for them to come through Louisville, and I've been waiting since like 2020, and it hasn't happened because again, the drought. We're in that vortex of, you know, there's so many more lucrative markets like with Indianapolis or Cincinnati or whatever. So yeah, I totally get that. So with the new song that's come out and everything else with 2 Minutes to Tulsa, what do y'all have going on for the rest of the year? What's the idea? What's the plan?
We're doing another fest in June, playing Stormbringer.
Hell yeah, going to the East Coast.
Yep, and we're gonna do some dates surrounding that. I don't know if they're all solidified yet, but I know we've got some stuff worked in there on the way there and on the way back.
Hell yeah, and you know, I do want to give a big shout out to Evgeny and everything. So for putting that on, super rad dude. He's you know, following him on Facebook is pretty cool because he doesn't put up with any shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know the guy. I think he reached out to us just kind of randomly, and we were just really stoked, and yeah, we're really happy that he did, but haven't got the chance to talk to him or meet him.
So is this going to be a one-off fest? Or are you going up, because it is usually 2 nights up there, I believe? Are you going in for both nights? Or are you going in for just the one? Are you planning a tour with it? What's up?
Yeah, we'll be playing some shows on the way there and back, but nothing's solidified yet.
Yeah, nothing's set in stone yet where we're going to play. We've talked about, I think, Cleveland,
Youngstown,
Buffalo.
Dude, getting into like, what is that, West Side Bowl? That would be fucking awesome if y'all could get in there in fucking Youngstown, Ohio. That's a pretty rad fucking place.
Cool.
Fucking, it's a bowling alley that has metal shows. They've got a sister location in Nashville called East Side Bowl.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah,
sounds cool.
we'll probably
I met Cheney Crab there from Entheos at that show that I went to down there. I was like, it's like, aren't you that fucking person that like has like the million views on like the fucking the screaming, like the fucking lyric video? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, I thought so. But yeah,
I hang out both days in Stormbringer just because it's fun to.
Yeah,
you know,
it's fun to mingle and do your thing.
Yeah.
Now, you also played Randy's Fest, Blades of Steel. That's something we have in common. But when you all played, it was in Madison, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when I played, it was in Milwaukee at the Crucible.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Or no, Club Garibaldi. Mine was at Club Garibaldi. And holy shit. You were talking about the Japanese restaurant.
Yeah, Yeah, we stayed at the Econo Lodge. A few of the other bands stayed there. I think Night Demon was there, and Liege Lord, and some other guys. But we went with Armo, actually, from Night Demon, played drums with us at that fest.
Holy
And
shit! Really?
yeah, he sat.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Sirathungal and Night Demon played, so they were there all weekend, and so we went to this Japanese place next to the hotel, and so we met up with Armo over there, and they had like this sauce, like this yum yum sauce, and we all I think one of us ordered it and the rest of us wanted it. So the server that we had, he was like super young guy, and he talked really quietly. So every time he brought it to the table, he'd be like, "Yum yum sauce."
Oh my gosh, dude! Like, I don't get like weird fucking like quirks like that. Every Asian restaurant that I've went to, the serving staff has always had this weird quirk, and I don't get it. Like one of which she's like every like round she would just like walk in circles and be like, "You okay? You need something else?" And be like, and like would just like constantly go around. I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. That's what I want. I want to eat. Leave me the fuck alone. But no, that my Randy food story here is they had wings at this place at the club, and they're like smoked, re-grilled fucking wings, and like they're huge. Like you would almost think they would be like a fucking turkey. They're so got like the drummies of the wings are so fucking big. And it's just like wanting to get like, yeah, give me the hot wings. The hottest fucking wings I've ever had in my life.
They had them at the venue?
Yes. At Club Garibaldi. So go there. If you're in fucking Milwaukee, you need to go there and have the wings if they're still there, because they're the hottest fucking wings you will ever have. Ever. And yes. And the cheese curds were great.
Yeah, gotta have some fucking cheese curds while you're in.
Fuck yes. The fucking cheese curds are great because it was almost like they were beer battered.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Fuck
I got some with my breakfast at a diner when we were up there.
Nice. That's always great. Like, you know, fucking like it's what we like about poutine and shit, like cheese curds, fries, and gravy.
Oh yeah.
It's like real fucking cuisine for metalheads. That's what I'm talking about. That's what my goal is for this year is doing a Metal Forge cookbook.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
What's that?
Hell yeah. Fucking
there's
real stories, upgrades, tour upgrades on the road, shit like that. Like, how can you survive on your fucking $15 per diem?
Yeah, there's a girl that put a cookbook out that is recipes from all of these like metal bands, and they just like have all these like shitty, quick, easy, cheap dinners and other kind of recipes in there. Like one of them is a pizza cake where you take like 5 microwave,
like the Tostino's pizzas.
yeah, and you put one down, you put sauce on it, and you put another one on top of it, sauce, and then keep going with cheese or whatever. And Mitch, the guitar player in Blind Oath, made it for me one time, and I was like blown away at how good it was and how shitty it is.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. But like, it's like if you ever watch the Sopranos or anything like that, or
Mitchell's here. He loves Sopranos.
Okay, so like there's a scene in the Sopranos where Phil sits there and he's like, no, he's like, I wanted a steak. Instead, I made grilled cheese on the radiator, you know, talking about while he's in fucking prison, and like the way that prisoners make fucking gourmet food in their cell and shit like that. And it's tragic and sad that they have to do that. But like metal people do the same thing on the road. We
Yeah.
think of the fucking weirdest fucking shit. Like, I had a guitar player. We were going to California. He's like, I'm not going to have no money to fucking eat because I'm living fucking paycheck to paycheck. And it's like, I don't know what to tell you, dude, but we got to do this. And he fucking bought like, he went to the Dollar Tree and bought like the little fucking deviled ham fucking and cracker packs and survived off of those the entire time. He
I like
hated
the
deviled ham after that,
I
but
like
still.
the boiled eggs from the gas stations. I love those.
Mhm.
They're super cheap.
Hey, the protein, got to get the protein. It's $1.99. I mean,
The other boys in the
what you
van.
gonna do? Hey, and honestly, and here's the thing. If bands ever do this, like look out for each other. Like, somebody goes buys seasonings, somebody goes and buys this, all chip in with each other. That's the real thing of what you need to do.
Yeah.
That's the tip of the day for the Metal Forge right there.
I've got a hot dog roller. I thought about bringing it in the van a few times, but I haven't done it yet. It's like a little hot dog grill.
That's great.
It's
Like
portable.
my mom always used to tell me about the Presto hot dogger is what it was. And it's a box with metal prongs, essentially. And you fucking stab a hot dog on either side of it and you plug it in and it cooks the hot dog through the fucking electrical current from the fucking wall.
Jesus
That's badass.
It's like it fucking arcs through the fucking hot dog, right? It makes the connection. And it's just like, get a fucking power inverter for the cigarette lighter in the van, and there you go.
Presto hot dog.
Presto, motherfuckers.
We stopped at a gas station and got a sausage link that it looked good. So Mitch, I think, bought it, and then we get to the hotel late at night after the show, and the thing is like staring at us. So we crack it open to take some bites, and it tastes like this trash. It's horrible sausage. But by the time we were done, we all had a bite. It was like, it's like a U shape, right? When you get the sausage link, and then we take out like this much of it, so it's this weird curvy thing, and it looked exactly like a little piece of shit, like turd, like poop.
Yeah, like
Aw.
And so as a joke, I put it in the bed and like moved the covers and made a fun video with that. And then it was sitting on the counter for a little bit. No one wanted to eat it because it was gross. And so we just like, it sat out for so long. And then we were cleaning up the hotel before we left, and we're like, throw it in the trash can, but that's the only thing in the trash can. And so it's like, we're going to get billed because it looks like we just took a shit in the trash can. So we're like, okay, we'll just leave it on the counter, and she'll pick it up and clean it. But then it's like, oh, it looks like we just shit on the counter. Gonna get charged for that too. So we had to like go outside and find a trash can to throw it away in because we didn't want to just leave it.
You didn't want to get billed for them thinking it was shit, dude. No,
Yeah,
I get it.
Bird sausage.
Oh, that's awful. Like, okay, so Stormbringer, fuck yeah, going to the East Coast, fucking awesome shit.
Oh,
Here we go.
Oh yeah. Oh, I just remembered before Stormbringer, May 2nd, we're gonna play with Entranced here in Tulsa. May 1st.
Fuck yeah, love those dudes. Love them. Great fucking people overall. Interesting story. They've been on the Metal Forge as well. Their episode is kind of an in-person over the phone hybrid episode because they were playing here in Louisville. We did half of it here. I was going to do the other half the next day in Indianapolis, and everybody got busy and we couldn't do it. So we got together a month later on the phone and finished it. But totally love Entranced. They're playing Legions of Metal that weekend.
Yeah, they're on their way up there, so they're stopping through Tulsa.
Yep.
Yeah, I know I've got a show on the 1st, so I'm not going to be able to make that night of it, but I think they're playing the Saturday, so I think I'm going to try and and make it up there for their set on the Saturday, which would be with High Spirits and I believe Sonia or Cross Splitter, one of the two, will be on that day. And
I think I saw it's Sonya. Yeah.
yeah, it's something like that. So yeah, this year the fests are really kicking ass with bands. And you know, don't discredit the big goddamn metal show this year, which is mine in October. We've got some bands coming in that hopefully here in the next few months we'll be able to announce for that.
Oh, nice.
Rubbing my hands together, getting ready for it. So hell yeah. So since we've talked about a couple of other things, let's go ahead and switch over to Derailed. These are some random questions about you all as people, just because I like to do that here on the Metal Forge. And you know what we never did? We never broke and went to a song like I said we were gonna do.
Oh,
so
shit.
guess what? And that happened about 10 minutes ago. I'm just gonna cut it in. Fuck it. So yeah, now that we're back again, let's talk some fucking general questions here. I just got on a roll, you know, and completely forgot about it. Would you ever want to experience a zero gravity chamber?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I would do it.
I mean, that would be some pretty wild shit. Like I'm talking like I would want to do the G-force thing also, where you're spinning in the circles like before you pass out, how fucking fast you will go before your being just fucking dips.
Man,
I'd love to do that.
I'd probably do it too.
I throw up at the drop of a fucking hat, dude. That would make me puke.
Yeah, like do you get sick when like in the van and shit? Like everybody's laid in the seats before when you're kids, right? And fucking you watch the fucking outside through the windows as you're making turns in the van or whatever. Do you get sick at that even?
That's usually Jacob in the back laying down.
I don't get like you know, it's not really
like motion sick.
But I mean, spinning around like that would make me motion sick. But in a car, I don't get motion sick.
That's cool.
But like, I've smoked for a long time, and if I have a cigarette, sometimes I'll just throw up because I don't like it, and I don't know why, but that's just how it is. Or if I'm about to get really drunk, like before I have my first drink, I'll start throwing up a little bit. I don't. It's just mostly psychological, I think. I don't know why. I just do it. I gag all the time and throw up sometimes.
So imagine throwing up in 0G.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because wouldn't it be just like,
Yeah, I'd like to try to. I'd like to try to bust a nut and see if it pushes me back.
Yes.
Makes you slowly backflip.
Yeah, do I fall?
This could totally be like the next version of like Spinal Tap. You know, like fucking Spinal Tap in space. Like, I could totally see Derek Smalls fucking doing that backflip.
And while he's doing that, I'm gonna crack open a bag of M&Ms and some popcorn and have all that float in 0G and just catch it all in my mouth.
Just catch it all like that. Yeah.
Popcorn and a M&M in the same bite.
Whoa. Hey, there you go. Yeah, that's cool. Have you ever met anyone that believed that they were possessed?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Or do you know anybody who was ever possessed?
No, I remember like being a teenager in the 90s and some people saying that claiming they were vampires and stuff, but
yeah.
I remember those days.
I mean, I'm from a small town. I've seen a lot of stuff, but I don't think anyone's told me they're possessed.
Right on. Yeah, I don't think I've ever met anybody that's. I think I've met the crazy people that back, like you said, back in the day, the vampire thing. I do know people who used to think that they were vampires like that too. But they were really just goth people.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm cool with that, and I'm friends with them. But like, cool, man. Like, I know you're not a vampire though.
Everyone.
I love you guys, but you're not. If you could bring back an artist of any type, music, film, TV, art, if you could bring back any artist of any type, who would you bring back?
Dang, I already know who you're gonna say.
Who am I gonna say?
You're gonna say Peter Steele.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. He'd be pretty old right now. Yeah,
he'd only be like 60.
Yeah, they could probably still be making records. That'd be cool.
Could you imagine like what he would be doing today? Like, because by the time that that he was gone, like Type O really didn't do much of anything. They would, they were doing some light touring again, but nothing crazy. But like, I think it would be the next generation of his career, obviously. Like, think of like Carnivore.
Yeah.
Like the early stuff where it's like fucking super fucking heavy shit. And then going into the fucking Type O, and then I think they would have the resurgence, of course.
Yeah.
I think I'd pick Neil Peart.
Nice.
I wasn't like a huge I wasn't crazy about their last few albums, but I don't think Rush should have quit making music. Yeah.
Understandable. Yeah, the world without Rush making new albums is kind of odd. Because it's something that's like you could set your watch to it. Mine would be Lemmy, of course.
Oh yeah.
I would bring back Lemmy because I would love to have a new Motorhead album right about now. Especially with our current fucking political landscape.
Oh yeah, sure.
And he never made it to the fucking previous term. So like I could only imagine what 2016 and 17 and 18 Motorhead would have been about also. So just like with Rush, you can almost like set your clock to it, and same thing with Motorhead. You could set your clock to it, and I could almost I would love to see what it would be like to have them back today.
Dude, yeah.
And that's like that whole thing is like I looking at the cover of Ace of Spades, and it's so wild to know that like that lineup of that band is gone. Everybody has passed away from that lineup, and it's just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Hang on here. We're gonna ask this question here. If you could be a wrestler, what would you wear?
Damn. Well,
Oh, well, yeah. I've
Should
thought
I tell?
of this in a few different ways. Well, I used to actually.
he was a luchador.
I used to be a luchador.
Really?
Yeah. In this local circuit here, it's like a restaurant that's here locally, and I used to wrestle there. I was the executive. I had a gold mask and stuff, and I was like this villain, or rudos, is what they call them in the lucha libre. So I was a bad guy.
Like El Conquistador.
Yeah, I wore like a suit, like a gold mask and stuff.
Tell him your finishing move.
Oh, it was the executive decision was my finishing move. It was basically the pedigree, like Triple H's pedigree.
Sure.
Pretty much, yeah. No, but if I did me, I would wear like a chainmail, sleeveless shirt. Have the long hair going, maybe even like have it styled up and stuff. Be real 80s style, and have like
almost like the attack mullet.
Yeah, and then have like almost latex black pants, but with like fuzzy red on the waistband. I've thought of this. And some sick boots going up to my shins, and like shiny.
You could totally do this on stage.
Yeah, I could.
You should you should do this on stage.
Yeah.
Why not? What's stopping you?
Why the hell not?
Hey, I've always said any 5 dudes can get on stage and play metal, but it takes a stage show, and that could be it. You could, dude.
I'd be running out like the Ultimate Warrior too, like just sprinting out the gate to the ring.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, so you come out with the blindfold.
I come out with the blindfold for our shows. Usually I have like a cloak when I come out at first, like covering my face.
Stage show is where it's always been for me, because like I look at bands, and I'm not even talking like Kiss, because obviously Kiss's stage show is like, even if they're lip syncing, I don't care. It's still the show. You're seeing all the fireworks and the fire and all the pyro, the glam, the glitz, the fucking glory. You're part of it, right? I look at stage shows from the first real fucking concert that I saw back in the day was the VHS copy of Seattle from Metallica. And when it gets to Injustice for All, and the stage just breaks down, and she fucking crumbles, and the fucking light truss just fucking falls and does the thing. That's what made me want to sit there and say, I don't know what the fuck just happened. Like, did they fucking play so fucking heavy that the fucking stage just fucking broke down? Like, that's what I fucking saw. And dude, like, coming out with the fucking cloak and the blindfold, with doing it with like bands that fucking carry swords on stage, I'm totally cool with that. And I think that fucking adds such a fucking dynamic to metal.
Yeah.
Because look at King Diamond. I mean, look at Merciful Fate.
It's crazy shows. Yeah.
I mean, they're crazy shows, but it's just scaffolding. It's just decorated scaffolding. That's it. I mean, anybody with a theater background can do it. It just takes money.
I saw King Diamond back in December, that St. Lucifer's hospital.
Yeah, I was at the show in October.
Oh, nice. I saw him in Dallas.
Hell yeah, dude. That was Dude, I was so surprised with that because they played, like I said, the Vortex earlier. They played all 3 cities. They played Indy, Louisville, and Cincinnati. Like, not even like next to each other. They played them like a week apart from each other.
Oh, wow. That's weird.
Which was crazy as shit. And like, the Louisville show was so poorly attended. I felt so bad.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Like I really wish that that was a better turnout, especially for like Night Demon and Overkill even.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So, what's the shadiest thing you've ever done at work?
Oh shit. Well,
oh, man.
I can think back to my high school days working at I used to work at this burger joint called Goldie's, and we used to well, you know, the typical kitchen behavior: smoke weed in the walk-in,
Yeah,
smoke weed over the grill. Trying to think beyond that. Oh, I used to work at a video game store. We smoked weed in the back office area before.
I worked in a Chinese restaurant, and they would smoke cigarettes in the kitchen while they were cooking food and stuff. I would smoke in there while I was washing dishes. It was like no rules back there. It was crazy.
No. And how long ago was this though? I mean, like, because back in like the 90s or the early 2000s,
it was like 2012.
Like, so like a decade ago. Yeah, I mean, that's not like terror. I mean, like, world was kind of changing then. So if it was happening today, I think people would fucking lose their shit. If they knew about it then, they would have lost their shit, but I don't think people cared as much then.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, 10 years before that, they didn't care as much then either.
I'm a bar manager now, so like my whole job is kind of shady.
Well, being a bar manager now, it's like, yeah, you've got to make sure the bar turns profit.
Yeah, but I can still party.
Right on.
I remember I was working at a Subway one time. I think I was like 18 or something, and I was an assistant manager, and I was really hungry at like 2 a.m. one time. I just went in, unlocked the door, made a sandwich at 2 a.m. and went home, and then locked back up and went back home.
That's pretty fucking cool. I mean, I would totally do that. So like things that are considered bad luck, like, don't wear green because it's bad luck or whatever. Or, have you ever heard of anything like that? Like what do you think that people do today that will be considered bad luck in the future? Voting Republican doesn't count.
Oh man, I don't know.
Well, any political party doesn't count.
I think a glaring one for me is to putting trust in artificial intelligence in irresponsible ways.
Okay, I could see that. I think that's pretty much bad luck as it is now. I mean, like, because it's a lack of trust. I mean, you should, if you already have that trepidation, then maybe you already know it's bad luck to do it. Like, and this comes down to everything now in music, that and not just in music, and get away from the real world aspect of it and go and narrow it back down to what we do as artists and musicians. There's people out there today that use services that are completely AI and they don't get it and they don't know that it's AI. Like, look at some of these Instagram artists that are out there and they offer an $80, piece of art, but it's like through, it's shady as fuck because it's made they're made through AI, but you know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like you can't tell the difference sometimes.
The city of Tulsa is paying an artist like, how much is it that they're getting?
I don't know, a lot.
It's like
millions, I think.
I thought it was like $250,000 or something like that. Maybe it's $50,000. A shitload of money to build a statue. It's an artist that's not from Tulsa. He's getting paid to build a statue for an event that happens in Tulsa, a bike race called Tulsa Tough. And the pinnacle of Tulsa Tough is Crybaby Hill, where there's like thousands of people in this like less than a mile, like less than a half mile square radius. And like it's just this huge party while people watch the bike race, and like whether or not you watch it, it's like still a party, and there's like music and like just so much going on. Everybody goes, right? And this out of town artist is getting money to build one, and he put a prompt in AI which came out like looking like the Big Boy Burger or Astro Man. Like it's like they had a baby.
Yeah.
It looks like that, and it looks like shit, and everybody is fucking pissed about it. And to the point where he deleted all his social media because he was getting cyberbullied by everybody in Tulsa. And like he was like, I mean, I was cyberbullying him too. I was like, it's like he just wrecked it, and then he like changed it to fit Crybaby Hill, but it's just the Astro Boy, Big Boy, Burger Boy baby on a bike now. And it's the same thing. It's just it's so dumb.
And the shit thing about it is they're and here's where we're getting into the political aspect of the show. That they're totally doing this for an independent artist outside of your own community to do it. And that's what the real shit thing about this is the bureaucrat aspect of it. They could totally do this for a sculptor in your town. Somebody who's been there, somebody who's locally there, somebody who has a connection to the place. Fuck that shit of fucking like, spending the money on somebody else, I don't get that. So I have one more question, but before we get to it, as always, link. Oh, good Lord. That is fucked.
Yeah. And it's supposed to be like, what, 50 feet tall or something?
That's crazy.
20 feet tall.
Yeah, it looks shitty.
Massive. Anyway.
That's fucked. Damn, man. So, like I said, I have one more question, but before we get to it, as always, links are listed below. So please give likes, shares, follows, do all the things and all the stuff. Go follow them on Instagram, Facebook, Bandcamp, all that shit. Because that's where it's at. Go buy merch, go buy music, stream as much as you can, because bands like this deserve everything. Take out the bands at the top, the bands that everybody, fuck those bands. They're all fucking, I get it. They're there, but bands like these guys, they're there too, and all the bands that we mentioned in the show today, So dudes, thank you all. Do you have any other shout outs or promotions that y'all want to talk about today?
Well, nothing like, outside of Tulsa going on right now. Listen to your local metal bands. If you're a fan of, if you want to find some new weird stuff, like there's shit everywhere. In Tulsa, we have some really good stuff. Like shout out Dust Lord and Medicine Horse,
Ectospire.
These are all like, Tulsa's metal scene is outrageous, dude. It is crazy. there's a new slam band called Squelching, and I know like that's not really even my cup of tea, but
Hey,
like
They're fun.
they're cool.
exactly. And it takes all kinds, you know. It doesn't have to be new wave of traditional heavy metal. It doesn't have to be thrash. It doesn't have to be power. It doesn't have to be doom. It doesn't have to be slam or punk or glam or what the fuck ever. As long as you're out there fucking promoting your scene and playing in your scene and building each other up, that's what matters.
I want to say shout out to Brian Horton Records, the Whittier Bar, being a sick ass venue in Tulsa, the Vanguard, who's hosting the venue that's hosting Tunis to Tulsa.
Yes. And shout out to the fucking Marriott or who the fuck ever.
Oh yeah,
For promoting the country band Tower Hill coming up.
Dude, that is so funny.
Fucking shout out to that. That made my fucking day.
Dude.
So like Jacob knows that like I had to cancel one day because of fucking some shit was going on in my life and everything. It's still going on. And we've talked about it on the show the last couple of weeks with mom being in the hospital now, being in a rehab center, getting stronger. Everybody, thanks for all the well wishes. I appreciate it. But that like totally was a gleam of fucking like, yes, we are fucking winning as metalheads. When I saw the fucking repost of that, and everybody was just like, what the fuck? Like, what? Country band? And it's like, yeah, sure, we'll take it. Fucking
boot stomping good time.
fuck yes.
Tunes. You
But
can
I
tell-
interrupted. Continue what you were saying.
What was I saying? Oh, I want to also say shout out to Maddie from Bloodstar, Stacy from Savage Master, Amy from Solicitor, Deb from Lady Beast for all doing recording the song we did, Righteous Hunt. They're all badass fucking ladies.
Yeah.
And just got to, make that song with them. It's really, really cool experience, and I'm really happy with the way it came out, and they did an excellent fucking job. All of
For
them.
sure. And stay tuned in the Metal Forge future for the ladies roundtable discussion coming soon.
Oh shit!
With a few of those people that you may have mentioned.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have an interesting show coming up soon with that. I am totally digging it.
Stacy's on there. Tell her to come get her candelabra she left here.
Oh,
It's actually
metal history.
It's actually Stacy's from
Metal history. Oh no, like the archives, man. Like in like 20 years, the resurgence is gonna happen again, and it's gonna fucking be like back in the day. We're gonna fucking somebody's gonna find this episode and be like, dude, fucking Jacob has the candelabra because it went missing in 2025. That shit, but that shit happens, you know. I mean, am I the only one that watches fucking like weird shit like Heavy Metal Parking Lot or fucking, Heavy Metal Picnic and notice like these fucking like weird like fucking people that just show up randomly in things? Like I'm weird like that, I guess.
No, I get it. I feel like Kit, shout out Kit. Is
Kit.
Like the
Kit Ekman.
Yeah,
Yes.
the guy that just like pops into like he's always in the background of something.
That dude's everywhere.
Sure. And another person who's in the background of everything like that is Dwayne Eldridge from More Than the Light. He's always there. I know he's been going to Houston the last few years for that fest and documenting it.
Wow.
Bob Byrne is another one that's Bob is always kind of everywhere. We love Bob.
Got to meet him in Madison.
Yeah, met him at Legions last year in person, and he is he's an absolute sweetheart. Ice Howl played and had an amazing time, and yeah, I want to go back to Legions this year for just because of having fun last year.
Yeah.
I don't tout out a lot of like things, but like, you know, you guys are getting ready to play with Tower Hill, and we were just talking about the country band Tower Hill on the Metal Forge. Um, I actually texted my mom during their set because it was like the closest approximation I've ever had to a religious experience.
Oh shit.
Like, this is my church Ishmael kind of thing in the bowling alley. It was kind of like that. And I was just like, holy fucking shit. It's like everything just kind of like lined up at that moment. So you guys are going to be playing with them. Enjoy.
Yeah,
Because
we
they're fucking awesome.
play with them at 2 Minutes to Tulsa, and then the day after 2 Minutes to Tulsa is one of my favorite days of the year. It's called Bangover Brunch.
Yeah.
We have just a little brunch show where like members from all of the bands from the fest will go and like basically do heavy metal jam, and like it's just they'll do covers, and then just like anybody can go up and sing sometimes, and like, you know, it's so much fun. And
Now,
like,
you actually have a band playing Bangover Brunch with Sanhedrin, right?
yeah, well, yeah, we do that as well. There's like
Yep.
Yeah.
there's
Bands.
Total friends of the Metal Forge. Love Sanhedrin.
Last year we had Tanith doing it.
Yeah, Tanner.
Yeah.
Put my dick on backwards, dude. That was amazing. But so we're doing 2 Minutes with Tower Hill, then Bangover Brunch with Tower Hill. Right after Bangover Brunch, the same day, we are going to Dallas to play a show at Double Wide, and then coming back home. But they made a tour flyer for the like 3 shows that we're doing together in Tulsa with the W and the Tower
Is
Hill.
the Whataburger.
Yeah.
W.
Yes, I
I hope they
love
make
that.
some merch. I hope they make some merch out of that.
Dude, that is like
Yeah,
chef's kiss, primo fucking amazingness. I when I saw it, I immediately messaged Jason Roach and Ice Allen. I was like, look at this. And he's like, I saw it. Just
Yeah.
like, I love stuff like that. And you know, like, just it makes metal fun, honestly. You know,
Yeah.
when you can do something like that. So my final question today is, if you could make any one thing that is not edible, what would you make? If you could make something that was not edible, what
Well,
would you
just
make?
because it's edible doesn't mean it's gonna taste good, or
I don't know. I mean, like, if you're talking about the desk, I mean, technically the desk is edible already because it's a porous material, but it
yeah,
doesn't taste good. It tastes like fucking sawdust, right?
okay.
Huh. I think, you know, like like old mattress covers. When I was a kid, I always thought that might taste like angel food cake or something, or like sponge cake.
It would be bad.
Like the fluffy like cover of the mattress.
Yeah, you like put on to put on top of mattress to give it extra cushion. It's
Yeah,
like they don't make those anymore, I don't think, but you know.
but almost like so like you could almost say like egg crate foam, like
Yeah,
soundproof foam, Arlex. That would be
exactly,
interesting.
yeah.
Yum, yum.
But it's like squishy, like a sponge cake.
Yeah.
Maybe like those little plastic animal toys you get at like the quarter machines, you know? It'd be cool if those tasted like the animals they look like.
Interesting. So like the giraffe animal, the zebra,
Yeah. You get
like
it.
that would be interesting. It would be like, well, I know I don't like how giraffe tastes, so I'll never fucking go have giraffe burgers or fucking giraffe steak anywhere, you know.
Yeah,
That would be wild.
and you could swallow water, but why can't you swallow fire? I think swallowing fire would be really cool.
Yeah, to eat fire.
That make fire edible.
Make fire
I
edible.
mean, yeah, check your local band Hot Sauce. That's already been no.
Like lightning too, just strikes out of the sky, and you're like, oh, the lightning. Try to catch it.
Let's see. Wow, what would it be?
Yeah,
Damn,
swords
see,
too.
like I can't even. I mean, maybe like glass.
Yeah, glass, swords,
Yeah.
like the circus performers.
Hey, I've seen people eat swords in there. That's some crazy shit at the oh wow, where was it? It's down in Austin. The House of Oddities.
Oh yeah,
Down
That's
on
about right.
like 6th Street or something.
Yeah, glass would be cool. I imagine it would just taste like sugar or something. But
Yeah, or I mean maybe you break it down and it goes back to sand.
Oh yeah, just
And then fucking Anakin Skywalker is gonna be pissed because he hates sand because it gets in everywhere and it's rough in its course. Dudes, fucking Eric Jacob, thank you so fucking much for coming to the Metal Forge this week. This has been awesome.
dude, thanks for having us.
I appreciate the chat. Just fucking overall having a good time and fun and everything. On our way out today from your career of music, what do you want to play?
What song do you what
Out of your career of music, what like out of your discography, what song do you want to leave people with today?
Oh shoot. Well, I think the new one is like our magnum opus. We already wrote our best song and we can stop now.
Yeah, I think
it's called Righteous Hunt. It's the one that features Stacy, Maddie, Amy, and Deb.
Yeah,
yeah.
Righteous Hunt. Yeah.
Awesome. Dudes, have fun at 2 Minutes to Tulsa and on the Whataburger Tower Hill Country Band Tour. It's gonna be awesome. Dude, that's where it's at. The festival market these days. Go for it. Why not? Fucking
Hey, and Stacy and Amy are gonna be there for that too.
Oh, so yeah.
Maybe
you might get a.
There are whispers of us playing that with a couple of girls at 2 minutes.
So there you go. Maybe she'll steal the candelabra back. To be continued.
We'll see.
All right, everybody. Thank you so fucking much. Metal every day. Links below. Do your thing. Do all the stuff. Like, subscribe, share, do all of it. Thank you. From myself, the Metal Forge, Flamekeeper Podcast Network. We love you all. Thank you so fucking much. Metal every day. Fuck yeah. Righteous Hunt. Yeah.
Hey metalheads, you like tattoos? Of course you do. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, come on over the bridge to Clarksville, Indiana, and get you some ink done at Ageless Art. If ink isn't your thing, they have a piercing studio as well. Visit agelessartclarksville.com to see some frequently asked questions, meet the staff. The shop is open Monday through Thursday, 12 to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 12 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 12 to 6 p.m., all appointment-only spots. You can set up your appointments by phone at 812-283-1793 or email agelessarttattooandpiercing@gmail.com and someone will get you set up for your first or your next tattoo or piercing.
Hey metalheads, after going to a rager, what's your ultimate go-to? Mine is totally pizza. So when Overload is playing or I'm promoting the Metal Forge live showcases or the big goddamn metal show, I go to Pizza DoNisi. Pizza DoNisi is gourmet artisan pizza from right here in Louisville, Kentucky. It features things like the pizza of the month, the sandwiches, and also vegetarian and vegan options, which is so totally fucking cool for all of it's awesome pizza. You definitely want to go. Hey, and also from time to time they do cannolis. Oh, so fucking good. You know what they said, man? Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Yeah, just like that in Godfather. They're located right next to the Mag Bar at 1396 South 2nd Street. So either stop in or call in at 502-213-0488. They're open till midnight. The witching hour.
Heineken, fuck that shit! Pabst Blue Ribbon!
Hey metalheads, you all hear me talk about Mag Bar all the time. It is the home to the Metal Forge live showcases and is an integral stop in the ultimate underground metal tour schedule. They obviously feature live music, but the Mag Bar also has daily specials like Pint and Slice Night on Tuesdays with Pizza DoNisi. But they also do Bring Your Own Vinyl on Thursdays with DJ Kent Jackson, and Finer Things Sundays. Located right next to Pizza DoNisi at 1398 South 2nd Street, open 3 p.m. to 4 a.m. 7 days a week. Get your asses out to the Mag Bar. Rock out. For 45 years in keeping Louisville weird, Electric Ladyland has been there for all your eccentricities. While they do offer the best smoking supplies out on the market today, there's a whole lot more to check out. From ashtrays and blacklight posters, to records, incense and burners, and items to stock your metaphysical supply. They're open from 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Located at 2325 Bardstown Road in Louisville, Kentucky, and at electricladyland420.com. Roll out. The year was 19... In 2017, one man's vision and passion for all things metal started out as a record store in his house. Years later, the fight against a mainstream empire continues as Shadebeast. An independent metal collective and online store based in Athens, Georgia, is the world's premier heavy metal brand for music heads that value authenticity over the mainstream acceptance. Featuring original t-shirts from some of the best underground artists, as well as stickers, posters,
from the Shadebeast Presents concert series. Unique, one-of-a-kind collectibles and small curated selection of vinyl and cassettes from the masters old and new. Visit shadebeast.com and enter promo code SithLord for free domestic shipping on your first order, whether you're a new customer or returning. And be sure to join the Shadebeast social groups on Facebook and the interwebs to keep up with the new release announcements and talk all things metal and Star Wars. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and filth.
Welcome to the night. You think you know Night Demon? Then the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast is for you. Step into the darkness as we peel back the curtain to give you an unprecedented, all-access look into the mind and the heart of the demon. We're talking band history, song analysis, studio anecdotes, stories from the road. It's everything a diehard Night Demon fan could want and more. This is the only place to learn the inside scoop, the deep dive trivia, the untold tales from the band members themselves and those closest to the Night Demon story. Need more? The Sacred Night Demon Crypt will be pried open to reveal demo recordings that have never before seen the light of day, all with in-depth commentary by the band and the people who were there for the writing and recording process. This is a gold mine, a treasure trove of all things Night Demon. Head over to nightdemon.net or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Since 2013, there has been a calling from the underground, from the graves of all those unholy, and they decided to make a zine to talk about all of this. Soulgrinder Zine! An independent metal zine to keep you informed on all things metal and horror from the underground. Available in both print and digital formats, they're bringing you the best interviews and reviews out there today. Not only do they do the zine, but they also do compilation CDs. Check them out at facebook.com/soulgrinder.zine and start your subscription now. Hey everybody, let me tell you about the new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Unchained Tapes. They're an independent Pennsylvania tape label. They focus on extreme metal and punk with a killer approach to the tape scene. Visit their web store at unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com now to get your fill of tapes. And for being a Metal Forge listener, enter the code METALFORGE10 at checkout to get a 10% discount on your total purchase. That's unchainedtapes.bigcartel.com.
What's up, Metal Forge fans? This is Alan Bishop, the alchemist of Indiana's Black Forest and head distiller at Spirits of French Lick. Do you find yourself drawn to the unexplained, fascinated by the Fortean, or enchanted by the paranormal? If the things that go bump in the night resonate in your mind, then tune into my brand new podcast, If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. Featuring first-hand accounts, collected stories, interviews, history, and speculation related to all things not of this world. Available now on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and more. Set back, relax, and remember, if you have ghosts, you have everything.
Hey, let me tell you guys about Mercenary Press. They're an independent London label and distributor of all things metal. Mercenary Press delivers the goods from their own independent zine. Trust me, you're going to want to get in on that. to distributing various bands from all over the world, including Cramp from Spain and Sadistic Force from Texas. Visit mercenarypress.bigcartel.com to find out what all they have in stock and what you can order. And for Metal Forge listeners, enter code METALFORGE10 to receive a discount on your total purchase at mercenarypress.bigcartel.com. Check it out now.
Hey Metalheads, it's with great pleasure I get to tell you guys about a new sponsor to the Metal Forge, Ageless Art, New Albany. After 20 years of owning and operating Ageless Art in Clarksville, Indiana, Phil Garrett had a vision for a new type of tattoo studio. Something that is clean and modern, sleek, refined, inviting. And he's done just that with Ageless Art in New Albany. You can find it at 2736 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana, 47150. Business hours are Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sundays are 12 to 6. All sessions are appointment only, so give them a call and go get you some new ink. Or if it's your first time, go get your first one, baby.